got to make some improvements.
And you've got to like the versatility that you have on this team now. You got a lot of long guys that can do more than one thing.
Without a doubt, and it starts with Anthony Randolph. I mean, I think he can play all the way from a 2 to a 5, and you know, Amari obviously a couple positions, and Wilson Chandler's already played 4. He plays 2, plays 3. So we got a lot of guys, and I think also Raymond Felton and Tony can play together. So Tony can play off the ball, and that would be it's not bad because both of them can guard too. So we do have a lot of versatility and a lot of youth, and we're young.
Just the whole thing, Mike, of this year coaching players as opposed to a team full of contracts.
Right.
It has not been an easy couple of years, obviously. What's a different mindset going in with a team that pretty much you know are going to be there for a while, not necessarily are there because of their contracts?
Well, that's the whole thing. You know, before we're just trying to manage the 2 years and not alienate too many people, which didn't really work out. We alienated a few of them, but that's what it was. It wasn't about building. It was about clearing space and trying to win as many games we can without destroying a guy's career or, you know, trying to develop young guys at the same time. It's just a lot of different agendas that didn't always work out. But now it's completely different. Now everything's about winning. Everything's about developing, and every move will be made to try to get us better.
Now, we just saw Amari Stoudemire. This is, as we mentioned earlier before you came on, this the second time that you'll be coaching him. And just in your conversations with him during the free agent process and since he signed, what have you noticed different about him? Or is there anything?
Well, I don't know a whole lot other than he's always been he'll go after something. If it's Rookie of the Year, he'll go after it. If he wants to be the first team All-NBA, he'll go after it. I think now he really wants to make the Knicks a contender, a winner. And
by the way, that's his new best friend, Mark Berman of the New York Post, sitting next to him. So he's already being grilled by the New York.
Yeah, that's, yeah. You know, welcome to New York.
Yeah, obviously, he's a little naive.
Welcome to New York. But he I'm telling you one thing, that he will not back down from a challenge, and that's what we like about him. He's going to bring toughness in the game, and I'm looking forward to it. He adds an element that we haven't had on the Knicks for the last 2 years. Sure, just a shot that will intimidate a lot of people.
And this team has been void of really, and a lot had to do with the type of roster that was present the last couple of days or a couple of years. Did not have the leadership that sometimes is necessary. Is he ready now at this stage in his career to be a leader for some of these younger guys?
I think so. That's what I've heard from Phoenix. Talking with Alvin Gentry, he's really praised him the last couple of years. He's really stepped up in that role, and we're looking forward to him continuing being a leader. And you know, it's really easy to lead when you have good guys around you, and I think we have done that. And with Felton and different people, we expect a totally different type of game, and it's a different type of locker room. And like I said, it starts from up on top too, because now it's all about winning. And before it wasn't, and it's sometimes hard to everybody get on the same agenda, but it shouldn't be now.
Now, you and Amari butt heads a little bit in Phoenix, and that's been discussed. And you guys sat down and talked about.
Yeah. Well, you know, you butt heads because you coach, and we're trying to win a championship, and I want the 100%. But you know, it gets blown out of whack because you know, you're trying to push, you're trying to probe, and then when it doesn't work out, obviously there are things that doesn't go down great. But I would say 98% of all the stuff that went down was super, and I enjoy coaching him. It's fun watching him every now. I've got a great seat over there, and I'm telling some of the highlights he's going to put on in the garden are going to be spectacular.
He has a chance to be one of the real fan favorites by his style of play as he gets ready for his first Knicks season. All right, now because you have this new roster, how do you attack training camp? Is it anything different than what you've done the last couple of years or throughout your career?
Well, we're going to introduce him to a lot of nice Italian wines and pasta because we're getting ready to go to Italy. I don't know. No, we'll do the same thing. There'll be different emphasis on different things. We've got a real young group, but I don't think there's any secrets or anything we need to do differently. Just emphasize defense, offense, and try to get them ready. And biggest thing is find out how the guys play with each other and things of that sort. So it'll be fun to see what we got.
So speaking of Italy, what's Gallo doing?
I mentioned the wine and the pasta already, right? I don't know. You better be ready because that's the beauty about somebody like Henry Fields or Anthony Randolph can play 4 positions or Wilson Chandler. Everybody's competing, and hopefully he's getting himself ready.
When's he supposed to come to the States?
I think the middle of August he's here. He has a rookie transition thing that he hasn't done in a couple of years because of his back, and then he should be at the practice facility at the toward the end of August, and be there for a month and a half working out.
For him, the next step, what has to happen?
I would like to see him get a little bit fluid in his running, get up and down the floor a little bit. He's got to be able to put the ball on the floor a little bit better. I would love for him to see a post-up move because at 6'10", there's going to be some mismatches. I think that's the biggest areas, and just keep working on his game a little bit. But posting up and just being able to catch the ball, one dribble shot, one dribble rip to the basket, just the basic stuff. Nothing. We don't want him to, take a ball between his leg behind his back and do all that stuff. It's just basic, get the ball and score, and he'll do it.
What about Felton, Coach? You got I view him as a strong dude that can get into the paint, do some creating.
And he'll bring a grittiness to us, though. And we've known Raymond since the 8th grade. My brother's about 4 years in Myrtle Beach, and we've known him a long time. He's been a winner there, and he was a winner in college. He won a national championship. He did play with Charlotte. They got into the playoffs. He did not have a good playoff series, and that's really, I'm kind of glad because that's why we could get him. But he takes big shots in the end of games. I think we can prove his shooting a little bit. But he is a winner, and he'll play hard every night, and that's we're looking forward to him.
And he's another one that he is so ecstatic with this opportunity now.
Well, and that has to be, playing in New York has to be a thrill for anybody, and also a challenge. And hopefully we'll use the rest of July, but mostly August and September to get ready and get out of the gates real quick. And it should be exciting times for me personally, just because each one is motivated and ready to roll.
I know you say playing in New York was exciting.
We didn't end up with 2 big names. We got Amari, which we got one of the 2. And then we got a great trade in there that we're excited about, Anthony Randolph, that maybe at age 21 he might be the other piece. We'll wait and see.
How's Azubuike? Is he healthy? What's the scenario with him?
He's coming back from a patella tendon rupture, and we hope he is healthy. I've talked to him, and he said he feels pretty good and needs to get it strengthened. But looking forward to him opening up camp. I hope he doesn't have any, it's a tough injury, so we'll just have to wait and see. But be nice ability to make a shot every once in a while. But
there's Fields inside.
He's thinking too much. We got to get Billy quick. You can't think and play basketball. Clyde, you never thought, did you?
You just got to react, Coach.
Just got to react, exactly. Harvard hadn't won any championships lately, have they? So, but we're looking forward to Azubuike. He's a good defender. He's a strong 2. Hopefully, he still has his athleticism. This injury doesn't set him back. He shoots the ball extremely well. So that could be, we didn't really count on him in the trade, but it could be a piece that's very valuable to us.
Douglas knocks down the 3-pointer. We talked a little bit about Randolph. He's such an intriguing player, only 21. Whether or not he has the desire to become and put in the work to become that next level type player.
Well, I can attest he does. That's not even an issue. His enthusiasm for the game, watching him even on tapes last year, he has a very nice demeanor, and he's been here working already. He's enthused. We've had 2 great workouts last 2 days with him and Amari and Wilson Chandler, and I'm telling you, we haven't seen athleticism on the floor. Wilson now doesn't become our best athlete right now. And those 3 guys, he was the 3rd one.
Right.
But that's not taking anything from Wilson. He's a great athlete. But these other 2 guys are off the charts.
And then, too, like a guy like Randolph or Gallinari or Chandler, they don't have to be the guy anymore. Stoudemire is now the guy. And finally, somebody who is going to demand real defensive attention and double teams.
Well, you have that element. Also, Raymond Felton will, in the pick and roll with Amari, will be a big part of the offense, and the other guys will play off that. But you're right. We have guys that